Hi everyone, today we'll discuss visible surface direction methods. In graphics, if I want realistic effect for my scene, I have to identify all the visible objects in the scene for the particular viewing direction. Right? To identify the visible objects, I have so many approaches. Right? Some approaches it may require more processing time, some approaches it may require more memory, and if you take some other approach it can be applied only on certain objects. Right? So the methods that are used to identify the visible objects in my scene is known as visible surface direction methods. Right, the other name for this method is, I can say, like hidden surface removal methods. Right, so what does this visible surface direction method do? It identifies the visible objects. Right, so if there are two types of visible surface direction methods. Right, if you take the approaches under visible surface direction, right, I have two classifications: object space methods and image space methods. If you take this object space method, it will be applied in the object description. I'll take object, or I'll consider part of the object, and I'll find which object is close to the view plane. Right, otherwise which object is visible. Right, and here it may require n cross n comparisons. Right, and it is for random display. Right, some examples are like depth sorting, area subdivision methods. If you take this image space method for every pixel, right, for every pixel I have to calculate the depth value. Right, image space method, it works in the images. Right, it works in the projections. Right, and in this method, for every point of, or I can say like for every pixel I have to calculate the depth value. Based upon this depth value, I find the visible surface. Right, and here the space complexity is 2 times the number of pixels. Right, but the accuracy will be more for image space methods. Right, and some examples are depth buffer algorithm and ray casting methods. Right, and next, if you take, there are so many visible surface direction methods like back face direction method, depth buffer, ray casting, depth sorting. Right, out of all this, right, the first one is back face direction. Why I am saying this is the first one is it is like your pre-processing step. Right, to do the certain visible surface direction methods, I have to complete this back face direction. That is, I'll use this method, I'll remove the back face, then I'll proceed with the other methods. Right, I have to identify the back face, I'll remove it, then I'll proceed with the other visible surface approaches. Right, so here what is this back face direction method? In back face direction method, you take an object, identify which is the back face, and then you have to remove this. That's what I'll be doing in this algorithm. Right, so if I take a 3D polygon, right, so how I can identify the back face of a polygon? You know, the parametric equation for my 3D polygon is ax plus by plus cz plus d equal to 0. Right, so take any point in the polygon. We are learning 3D objects, so it will have an x, y and z value. Right, so that x, y, z value you apply in this equation. Which equation? Polygon equation. Ax plus by plus cz plus d equal to 0 equation you have to apply. And if you get, and you'll get a result. If the result is less than 0, right, you can say that polygon and that point is inside your polygon. Right, so what we are learning? We are learning how to identify the back face and you have to remove. So before identifying the back face, right? I have to take a point. I have to check whether this point is inside your polygon or outside your polygon, right? To find whether the point is inside or outside your polygon, I'll be using this plane parametric equation for my polygon. Take a point, substitute that x, y, z value in this equation. If the answer is less than 0, right, you can know the point is inside your polygon. Next, I have to identify, right, that point is in which phase, right, whether it is in back phase or front phase. So you have to take a dot product of this v and n. What is this view? View vector, viewing direction, and this n is normal to my plane, normal to my surface, right? So now if my point, I have taken a point xyz, if my point is along the view direction, right, along the view direction, when you take the dot product of b and n, you will get a value greater than 0. That shows that phase, the point is in the back phase. So that phase is your back phase, right? So I'll repeat. First, take a point, right? Substitute in this equation. If the value is less than 0, the point is inside your polygon. After identifying the point is inside your polygon, you have to identify the phase, which phase it is, right? For identifying the phase, you have to take the dot product of b dot n. What is b? View vector, and what is n? Normal, right? Normal to your surface. If this dot product is greater than 0, right, it is your back face. If your point is along the viewing um, viewing line, you will get the value greater than 0. That shows the face is back face, right? Now, what is this view? I have taken an example. This is my view vector value, and this n, right? I can take as ABC, right? Normal to my plane, right? Normal to my plane is nothing but ABC. So when I do this dot product, a dot 0 0, b dot 0 0, c dot -1, I'll get the value of c as negative value. If the value of c is negative, right, it shows it is a back face. Either I can use this dot product like this, right? Otherwise, with the sign of c, I can identify it is a back face, right? And similarly, for if the value of z is equal to 0, that is also your back face. There is no surface. It shows there is no surface. So sign of c, uh, if it is less than or equal to 0, it is your back face, right? But the disadvantage with this back face direction method is like it cannot identify your upskirt surface, a surface behind another surface. It cannot identify your upskirt surface, right? So this is all about your first method, invisible surface direction method, that is your back face direction method. Thank you.